Hello there and welcome to Black Jackal Gaming.
We're going to take a look at Vulkan He'stan, and he is the Forge Father of the Salamanders. He comes with quite a nice Flamer Gauntlet, a decent melee profile, and he's got really good ability for rerolls for wounds. And he's got another ability that allows you to gain objective control and leadership buffs on a priority objective. And he can join a couple of units, but there's one that really stands out. Taking a look at his datasheet, he comes in at 100 points. Now he is an epic character, he's an epic hero, so he cannot be used more than once per army. He comes with a movement profile of 6 inches, toughness 4, 2 up save, 5 wounds, leadership 6 and 1 objective control. He also comes with a 4 up invulnerable save. As a leader he can join multiple squads, them being the Tactical Squad, Assault Intercessors, Company of Heroes and the Infernus Squad. And finally, he comes with a Feel No Pain 6+ against all wounds. For his range profile, he comes in at Ballistic Skill 2+. He's equipped with a bolt pistol, which has the pistol keyword allowing him to shoot this when in engagement range. This comes with a 12-inch range, 1 attack, strength 4, 0 AP and 1 damage. His main weapon is called the Gauntlet of the Forge, and this comes with ignores cover, so you don't receive the benefits of cover when firing this weapon, and Torrent, so he automatically hits the opponent. This comes with a range of 12 inches, d6 plus 3 attacks, which is quite nice, strength 6, minus 1 AP and 1 damage, so quite a nice flamer. For his melee profile, he comes in at weapon skill 2+. He comes equipped with the Spear of Vulkan, which disappointingly does not have any keywords. This spear comes with 6 attacks at strength 6, minus 2 AP and 2 damage. Vulkan comes with the 2 abilities. The first being Forge Father. What this allows you to do in your shooting stage, you can select one visible target within 24 inches, and all torrent and melt weapons within your army now reroll full wounds against this target. This will stay in place until the end of this shooting phase. The second one is Seeker of the Lost Relics. This allows you at the start of the battle to select one priority objective. While this model is in range of this objective, he'll gain, he'll have a characteristic of objective control 10, leadership 5, and his Feel No Pain will be bumped up to a 4+, which is really nice. We're going to take a look at the combo that best serves Vulkan. Now you want to pair him up with the Infernus squad. You can get 10 Marines in this, and that's 10 d6 strength 5, 0 AP, 1 damage attacks. That's a substantial amount of attacks that you could have coming in if you roll quite well. Vulkan will also be bringing his Flamer to the party, which is a further d6 plus 3 attacks, and this is at strength 6, minus 1 AP, 1 damage, so a bit better than the Infernus Pyroblasters. Now let's not forget that the Pyroblaster also comes with an ability. This allows you to select one unit that's been hit by this weapon, and that unit must take a battle shock test. There's also a bit of an indirect buff you can add to it. If you take a Storm Speeder Hail Strike and you target a unit with this Storm Speeder, you then get an additional +1 AP for every unit that's then shooting at that. So if you've got a really tough unit that you need to take out, such as maybe a 20-man Necron unit with all the accompanying leaders to buff them, that additional AP is going to allow you to cut through a lot of their armor. You want to really be taking them in the Firestorm detachment, which is the Salamanders one, because it comes with a really good stratagem called Immolation Protocols. This allows torrent weapons to gain the Devastating Wounds keyword, and since you've essentially got 11 d6 plus a minimum of 3 attacks coming in, you can roll a substantial amount of critical wounds on this, which is really nice. Let's not forget that since they are torrent weapons, you will be auto-hitting with every single attack. And you do have the reroll to wounds ability against the one target, which is Vulkan's ability, which is really nice. So you've got a lot of efficiency going into one target. To add to this further, all your weapons comes with the ignores cover keyword. So you ignore the benefits of cover when shooting at these. So any ones that are going to be granted additional armor save, they will not be granted this. So all in all, what does this come out as? The total will average 14 devastating wounds. And against toughness 10, this is very good because you can be struggling to wound a lot of these guys because you'll be wounded on 6s anyway. So every wound that you manage to roll into a 6 will be devastating. That's going to have a substantial effect on the ability of most units in the game to withstand 14 devastating wounds. Now, if you are in Firestorm and you're standing that little bit closer because you've got to be within that 12-inch range, you're actually strength 6 and strength 7. So unless they are a toughness 12 model, you're actually going to be wounding on 5s instead, which is really nice. And if it comes to the fact that you're not going to be targeting these toughness 11, toughness 12 models, and you are targeting, say, your T4 Marine bodies, you're still going to push through those 14 devastating wounds. But on top of this, you're going to push through a further 18 wounds at 0 AP and 3 wounds at -1 AP. And if you're using the Storm Speeder, you could get an additional AP on this. So you're going to actually be able to wipe out Marine squads fairly easily with what you wouldn't necessarily think you could with a Strength 5 0 AP weapon. Because when you do the quick maths, that's 7 dead through devastating wounds, and then you got a further 21 saves to make, and all they have to do is fail 6 of these to have the squad wiped. Now you are coming in with the Storm Speeder at -1 AP for some of them and -2. You're also ignoring cover saves, so you've got the ability to push through their armor fairly easily. Let's not forget that if you are in the Firestorm, you'll be targeting Gravis and wounding on 4s rather than the 5s, because you will be that Strength 6, and then Vulkan's gun will be wounding on 3s, which is really nice. So even Gravis Marines, you've got a large ability to push through their armor. So of course we do need to address the elephant in the room. We do have what's essentially 11 T4 bodies with not a great save, just being 3 up. How do you get them within the 12-inch range without them just being knocked off the face of the earth to begin with? So you can add another leader to them if you really wanted to. The Apothecary can join Vulkan, as he does have the Captain keyword, so you can have both of them in the unit at the same time. And he can return 1 model to the unit per command phase, which, whilst good, isn't exactly great. What you really want to be looking at is the transports that you can bring to the table. The Land Raider Redeemer is a great option to bring along because it is a toughness 12 unit and it can carry 14 models. So you've got plenty of room for the 10 Infernus Marines as well as Vulkan and the Apothecary if you want to bring them along. What it also benefits from is that it has 2 Flamestorm cannons. So you've got a further 2d6 plus 6 torrent attacks into this unit if you don't manage to wipe them out to begin with. And you are getting 4 rerolls on those wounds still as well. And if you haven't killed it, you do have a multi-melter and twin assault cannon to go along with it. So this combination should pretty much obliterate everything in the game. If you want to go for a cheaper option, you do have the Repulsor, although it does come in with a toughness 12 as well. It can carry 12 models into battle, so you can still have the full 10-man unit, Vulkan and an Apothecary. It doesn't have any torrent weapons to come along with it, but it does have a substantial amount of small to mid-arms fire. You've got a lot of Strength 4 shots coming in and some Strength 6s, so it can clear out some of the chaff in the surrounding area and knock things off of objectives. Check out these other 2 videos. If you liked what you've seen, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. There are memberships on YouTube available and the Patreon has been launched. See you next time.